Welcome back to America Talks Live. We're giving you another look live at Washington, D.C. right now, where protesters have been gathering all day. We believe this is somewhere near the White House, somewhere perhaps near Capitol Hill either. But these folks have been making their way around Washington, D.C. to protest the nomination of Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. You see a lot of pink there.
Yeah, and seems like the Planned Parenthood email got some supporters, got some people out there for all that free stuff. Free bus rides and free snacks and
free day in the Capitol. There's also
free day at the Capitol.
You can also go to the Smithsonian Museum too for free in the National Gallery. Lots of great stuff.
I do that when I go to DC and it's sweltering hot.
Yes.
Outside, and I need to have time to chill. I go to the Smithsonian and walk around in the AC.
Awesome.
Yeah.
John Gizzi earlier, drenching with sweat, who was running for the White House. But this all happens as Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is taking the final steps now to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. He filed a motion for cloture last night to limit debate and force a final vote. The full Senate will vote early Friday, and the final vote could happen as soon as this Saturday. Cloture requires 60 votes for legislation, but only simple majority is required to confirm the judicial or executive branch nominees, thanks to Harry Reid for that one.
Oh, yep.
This comes after the FBI finished its 7th background check on Kavanaugh, turning over this report to the White House late last night and then to senators this morning. Chairman Chuck Grassley, is one of the senators who got to review the report. He says there is no hint of misconduct inside this confidential report, John.
Well, however, Democrats, predictably, are now claiming that the FBI's hands were tied by the White House, despite the White House giving the Bureau the go-ahead to interview whomever it deemed necessary.
That's where I'd like to welcome in former federal prosecutor Larry Klayman. He's the founder of Freedom Watch. And Larry, thanks for joining us today. You know, we've been having our audience text in. Yeah. Our text poll question of the day is, do you felt like this report should be made public? And about 82% feel like, you can see it again on the screen, 82% right now of the folks that have responded to us feel like this report should be made public. Do you think it will be?
It won't be, but I think it should be as well, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, all the facts are out there, John. There's nothing really to hide here. The American people can see this. At this point, they're well educated as to what the Democrats have been doing. And in fact, the Democrats apparently are losing votes for the midterms over this. So people are not terribly sensitive anymore about what's been going on. They see what's going on. It's been more than a charade. It's been a travesty of a mockery of a sham, as Woody Allen might have said.
You know, Larry, I think one of the reasons, I want to get your take on this, that the report might not be made public right now is political. I was reading some of Chuck Grassley's tweets this morning, and apparently he's handling the FBI report in a manner set forth when Pat Leahy was chairman of the committee back in 2009 on how to handle confidential documents. Dianne Feinstein signed on to that. Leahy signed on to that. And some of the other legacy Democrats on the committee signed on to that. So do you think this is just political maneuvering by Grassley? Play the Democrats' game, say, hey, I'm handling this evidence in a way you told me I was supposed to when you had the committee back in 2009, and then maybe he'll say, you know what, you're right, I'm the committee chair. I'm going to make it public, show the American people that you were trying to obstruct. Then you wanted it public despite your own rules from 2009. But here it is, America. There's nothing in it, and this is why we confirm Brett Kavanaugh.
I think you're right, John. And if they don't make it public, there are going to be all kinds of leaks. There's going to be distortions of what's in it. And they're going to have to do it in the end anyway, so they might as well do it sooner rather than later. And Judge Kavanaugh is in a very strong position right now, apparently. Right. They haven't found anything new, and people are beginning to see behind this travesty.
All right, Larry, let's move on to this doxing arrest. Now, that's a new term for the release of someone's public, their personally identifiable information being released to the public, their home address, their vehicle information, etc. Capitol Police arrested a congressional intern for Sheila Jackson Lee. His name is Jackson Costco. He allegedly posted the private information about Republican senators on Wikipedia. Now, like I said, he was most recently an unpaid intern for Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, but he's also worked reportedly for Democratic Senators Maggie Hassan. You remember her intern used expletives against President Trump. Dianne Feinstein, the lead, the ranking Democrat on the Judiciary Committee, and now retired Senator from California, Barbara Boxer.
Didn't she retire like 2 years ago? How long has this guy been an intern?
How long has this guy been an intern, not making any money? That's the real story here. Now, he was accused of doxing these Republicans while the hearing was going on last week. I'm concerned, Larry, because you've got him working for Sheila Jackson Lee, who handed Michael Bromwich, Ford's lawyer, an envelope very surreptitiously before the Ford hearing, and he also had ties to Feinstein's office. Do you think this guy acted on his own?
No, I don't think he acted on his own, but, you know, there's some humor in this in a way, John. because you can get somebody's cell phone number simply through a process server.
Right.
I do it sometimes.
Right.
It's out there, okay? There's nothing that's confidential. And they've thrown the book at this guy. I mean, every conceivable crime that Congress could get the Justice Department to file against him has been filed, yet they're taking no action with regard to the Clintons, with regard to Bruce Orr, with regard to Comey, with regard to anything else. So Gore one of their own, so to speak.
And well, that's because they're all worried about they're having their information, haven't let the public actually know where they live or what.
The Democrats are worried as well. Hey, Larry, in the 30 seconds we have left, Jeff Sessions was subpoenaed up to the House Judiciary Committee today, Goodlatte's committee. What do you think's going on up there?
Well, they're probably asking him why he sat there now for 2 years doing nothing and asking him to release documents that he's required to release. And I have a number of Freedom of Information Act requests and lawsuits where they're holding back. In fact, most recently, guys, they claimed there was a computer glitch on communications by Mueller and the media. Conveniently, just a few days before Judge Sullivan had ordered the documents to be produced, he's now put his foot down. This is a good judge, a Clinton appointee, and he ordered that they all be coughed up by November 2nd. So I think they want to find out why he's actually participating through inaction or otherwise in the obstruction of justice of my former alma mater.
His middle name is Foya.
It is Larry Foya Klayman. All right, Larry, great to see you as always.
Thank you, guys.
All right, coming up after the break, we're going to be talking about guns in America. Plus, we're going to show you this guy.
That's me.
John Bachman's interview with David Harsanyi, author and senior editor at The Federalist, and his new book, First Freedom. Stick with us.